Okay, sickly rosy blonde time. This will be fun. So, just gonna say this right now because I saw Ava asked in the chatsy. I am Rose because Frozy, I liked it and all, but it's just something that's kind of been getting a little old after a little while, blah blah blah. And Rose is kind of something I kind of got from Emily from the stories we wrote for each other, and B, I kind of claimed it sort of for myself, and some of the fits I've been writing for myself. That's a long, complicated story. I needed something different from what I usually use in the chatsy. That popped into my head. Yeah. Long story short, I'm mobile. Can't really see it, but yeah. So, yeah. Okay. So, I'll do the Teen Wolf voice meme first thing of all. So, if there is anyone that does not know me and is going to see this video, I am Aaron, also known as Frozy, also known as Rose, also known as a bunch of other things that do not come to mind right now. I'm sure there's other ones out there that someone can find. And I'm sorry, I'm sniffling and I am fighting off a cold. It's not fun. So, yes, my name is Aaron. My username on my Tumblr, on my personal, is areyouthelemon.tumblr.com. If someone gets that reference, then applause for you. I am from upstate New York, Webster or Rochester, depending on the time of year, because I live in Webster but go to school out in Rochester, so not that they're particularly far from each other. Okay. Pronounce the following words. Okay. Werewolf, Hunter, Inhaler, Lacrosse, Beacon Hills, Allison, Adderall, Wolfsbane, Jeep, Camaro, Bite, Red Hoodie, Alpha, Beta, Omega, and I can't believe this is part of the meme, but this is so awesome. My mom does all the grocery shopping. And speaking of which, guys, since I know you're gonna be watching this, my mother, Mama Rose, as we frequently like to call her, even though Mama Rose is also on Glee, but anywho, Mama Rose says, go to bed. It is late. Go to bed, everyone. So yeah, that's my message from her. That is the message from the older sister's mother. My favorite male character. What?
Go to bed!
There we go. See? Okay. Anyway, favorite male character. I know everyone's gonna jump to Styles, but I actually do really like Scott. I just found him so adorable and awkward in the first season, and, like, I connected with him just because I was friends with that guy in high school. Like, I was friends with that character, and it was awesome. Like, I was friends with people who are much like that character in high school, and it was awesome, and I love him so much. And that leads right into favorite female character. I do adore Allison. She is who I really want to be. Like, she is very strong, very confident, very independent with herself, and I wish I could be more like that. I'm not exactly confident in myself, as a lot of people know. So I really wish I could be like her. Not to mention, I would love to know how to arch like her. Like, I would kill to be able to do something like that, and it would be amazing. So, yeah. Oy, hair, fluffy, oy. Babadoo. The character I thought I would hate, but actually sort of like now. Oh. Jackson, I guess? I mean, he did annoy me at first, like he was, a bit of a douche, or a lot of one. But now, I mean, I do kind of like him a little more than I thought I would. Like, I'm still not exactly his biggest fan, but, I mean, I don't know. I don't really know. Oh, and also for favorite male character, I do love Danny. Danny is awesome. He's great. That's all. Just, he's Danny, and he's awesome, and he's great for it. So, yeah, there's all that. My OTP... Canon OTP, I would say... In terms of the show, I'm gonna go with Stylidia, just because they're adorable. Like, Styles is just so adorable in how he goes after her, and Lydia is... I like her. She's another character I thought I would hate, but actually do, like, particularly kind of like now. So, yeah. So... I'll go with Stylidia in terms of the show, but I will give an honorable mention to Steric, because that has some of the best written Tumblr posts I've ever seen. So, in canon of the show, I don't ship Steric all that much, but then when you take it out of the context of the show and into the Tumblr universe and such, then yes, then I adore them so much. So yeah. How did I start watching Teen Wolf? Teen Wolf, actually, I knew about Teen Wolf for a while, and I had actually been kind of sort of meaning to watch it, but most of the praise had come from Diego, my friend Diego, for those of you who might watch this that aren't familiar with Diego. So yeah, a lot of the praise for it came from Diego, and he was one of my main influences to watching it. But then one day, my friend Marta came over to my house, and she had a lot of the episodes with her, and so we watched the pilot episode together, and I absolutely fell in love with it. Like, I adored it from step one, and it was just, oh my god, I geeked out so much, and it was amazing. So, what do you think? Character you're most like / relate to? Oh, I actually am going to say Styles for that one, just because he is a lot like me in that if I were in the shoes of these characters, I feel like Styles is the one I would try and act the most like. Like, I would just kind of want to be there for my best friend who's going through this whatever the hell it is. Whatever the hell is going on with him, I would want to just kind of stay there and be there for him and do whatever I can and, start researching and all that stuff. Not to mention, he's asthmatic, which I do semi-sympathize with because I'm dating an asthmatic, so, yeah. No, wait, Star's the asthmatic. No, right, duh. Bleh. Okay, sorry, I'm sick. It's messing with my head. I'm blaming this bug on everything, but yeah. Favorite episode so far? I'm always gonna kind of have a special place in my heart for the pilot, just because that was really where it all started, and it is how I got hooked onto the show. Like, I really was able to start watching the show from the beginning, even if I didn't, start watching it when it first aired. I was able to watch it from the beginning, and I fell in love with it from the beginning of the show. And it was because of the pilot and how well written and how hooking, that's a bad way to put it, how addictive the pilot was, that really just got me absolutely hooked on the show, and it is the reason I love it as much as I do now. Favorite scene so far? I don't know, so I'm going to pass on that. Would I be a human, a werewolf, a hunter, or other? I do not know, honestly. I'm going to go with the hunters, just because they seem so badass. Like, so incredibly badass. And, like, come on, you get to carry a fucking crossbow. Like, I want to be able to carry a crossbow. I want to be able to do that shit. Like, come on, that's awesome. And no, I'm not howling because my voice is already shot enough, and I have more to talk about. And on that note, I don't know how many people in this video have started watching The Fosters, which premiered about 2 weeks ago. Wait, 2 weeks ago? No, about 1 week ago. A week from this. Tonight is the 11th, and it premiered like the Monday. It premiered last week. Okay, happy. So, I do love the show, don't get me wrong, but there are a couple things about it that are bugging me. For one thing, I do like the storyline with Brandon and Callie, kind of, but at the same time, I feel like you're living in the same house. You're a comparable to foster brother and sister. It just feels weird. And I don't know. Especially with Jude in the picture, and, like, Callie wanting to be there for Jude and all that stuff, and I don't know. It's, that's just, it strikes me as a little odd. Might be because it's still a relatively fresh idea, so it might change. But, anyway. That, and second of all, Jesus' pills. Okay, so, they have the drug right. Jesus has ADHD. He plays that well. And that's another thing. Jake plays ADD very well. Like, right down to the antsy jumpiness and, you know, the, like this right now. Very easily distracted, kind of jumps from one task to the next. And they portray that very well, and he does it well, and I'm proud of him for that. But the pills he takes, from the description they had on the bottle, it was 10 milligram pills of methylphenidate, which is an actual drug used to treat ADHD. I commend the writers for that. But those are not 10 mils of methylphenidate. Those are far too big to be that size. Like, they don't, like, pills like that, they don't have that much stuff in. Like, they're not that big. This is what I take. I take the same stuff, and I take 20 milligrams. Come on. Auto adjust. Probably not gonna let me, but anyway. See, 20 milligram tablets of methylphenidate. And they are only about this big. They are tiny. Of course, you can't even see them, can you? Oh, damn it. Okay. They're about that big. Like, they are tiny little things. Not to mention, one of them doesn't last all day either. It only lasts for about 3 hours. At least in my case. I don't know if it's a formula thing or not, but yeah. So, that bugs me, just because the pills you take, like the, capsules. No! No! That is not right! No! Okay, so, in any case. Oh. That has been my sickly, scatterbrained, I missed you all, I wanted to vlog, so I'm going to get going, try and reboot my computer and see if I can actually get this thing to work with me now. So, I will be back on the chassis soon. Talk to you all then.